Thanks for tuning in. I'm John Williams. I am Vice Paralegal for United My Justice. Also Associate Paralegal and Chief Paralegal. I'm also the CEO and President of BPUA, Black Paralegals Undergraduates Association.
What do you think about what's going on out here today?
Well, I think that this is just a way of us being able to voice our opinions. This is nothing new. You know, this has happened in Longview, Texas in 1991. Except if it was a more isolated incident where it was in a black community, then you wouldn't have the government or the governor, and it wouldn't be nationwide on a nationwide scale.
Right.
So I think what you have here is just an ongoing new ideal of a new world order to make something new out of school districts.
And as you can see,
I just think that we'll see what transpires from this, although these were black children, African American, Native American. The same thing happened in Longview. The exact same thing.
And again, you got the whole United My Justice group here. You got Corey here, the head of the security for United My Justice. You got Pyro here also. And stuff. Corey, let's talk about this today. What do you think about what's going on out here today? What are your thoughts on the shooter and all of that? What's going on through your head?
When I heard about it, like I said, I just heard about it. I don't know too much about it. I just heard about it. But it's kind of crazy, man, because why would you even allow a gun in a school?
Right.
Like, that's something that Texas should be working on. And then they passed the gun law, which means it's legal for anybody, felons or anybody, to buy a gun. So it's like,
Even though that this young man was fearful of his life, threatened by what happened to him, what are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, man, you get bullied. I've been bullied in school. Never done nothing like that, but I kind of know how I feel to be bullied. Especially when you got a guy behind you trying to choke you out. It's self-defense. That's all they can do.
But what about the 25-year-old school teacher that was trying to break it up? Should he have been shot too?
No, he did not. He didn't deserve that. He was just trying to do his job and stop the fight. He didn't. What do you think? He deserved it? You think he deserved to be shot? The school teacher? I mean, I don't. I think he was just trying to break up the fight, really.
He's innocent in all this.
Yeah, teachers got a job to do, bro. At the end of the day, that man got shot for nothing.
The teacher should already know, hey, call security, call someone, like.
Don't try to get bullied.
Because, like, out of the teacher and stuff like that, he should already knew the rule. Like, hey, if someone's fighting, if I can't break it up, call security or press the button. Like, that shit happen to me all the time.
Wow.
This guy was asking about it, but he didn't know about it. He was asking you.
So again,
Get a chance to talk to him before I talk.
right now they're getting ready for a news conference in a few more minutes. As you can see, the media's out here. What they're doing right now is focusing on the family is in there. The young man just got out. So what they're doing is put a monitor on him. So right now you got the media out here. They're hopefully they'll get a chance to talk to the family or the lawyer that's representing them. And that's why you see so many people that's out here, right here in Tarrant County. As you can see, it's a lot of people that are out here. I'm out here too, y'all. Down there on Ballot. Downtown Fort Worth. And right now, that's what they're waiting on. Hopefully, Carol will talk to us, let us interview. Yeah, everybody's in there. The whole crew.
So what they doing?
I think it's in there too. Oh, they putting that on monitor.
Oh, okay.
Ankle monitor.
I kind of figured that's what they were doing.
And so,
Is this your Maserati?
No.
I wish you would. I'll be doing this right here.
again, this is for the shooter that happened at the high school. And see, the crazy part about it, I was supposed to have been in California. I was supposed to be with the George Floyd family today. Getting ready to go with them.
What they doing about their day?
They're getting ready to, tomorrow they're having a news conference in Los Angeles. And they're going to be introducing a new bill, police bill. And so I was supposed to be down there tonight. I was supposed to be down there right now. My flight left at 6 o'clock this morning to get me down there at 8 o'clock this morning. I was supposed to be down there, staying at the hotel in West Hollywood for 3 days. Yeah. They paid for the George Floyd family paid for it. Yeah, they paid for it. But I'm down here, y'all. Again, they are down here waiting on my whole group is down here. My whole group, United My Justice, is here. My head of the security for United My Justice. We down here for more support, right? Yes, more support. Tell her that I'm videotaping right now. You got a number? Carrie. Because if I stop, then I'm in trouble. So Carolyn is representing the group, right? Carolyn. Yeah, she represents family. And again, we are down here in downtown Fort Worth. So the we came, they recognize us. You know.
It's crazy, like people they get shot, but it takes it happening at a school to make a big news thing out of it. You know,
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
And people, and the sad part about it, people get shot every day.
Yeah.
It don't even make the news.
Right.
But if it happened on the school, once it happened on that school campus, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, a whole different ballgame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not only is it making local news, but it's making nationwide news.
Right.
The president is supposed to be speaking out about it today.
Wow, that's true.
Yeah. And not only that, they also saying that he might be making a trip to the school this week.
Really?
Yeah. So that's gonna go global once he do that. What they say, a 25-year-old teacher got shot? Yeah. Sad.
It was all out of self-defense. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
that's what they're saying.
It wasn't like he was trying to.
And see, like I was telling them, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. I was supposed to be leaving this morning. My flight left this morning at 6 o'clock. I'm supposed to be headed to Los Angeles with the George Floyd family.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be down there with them. Speaking at their press conference tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Because they introduced a new bill, police bill.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I ended up not going, so I ended up staying here for this.
Yeah.
And the lady that's representing the family, she actually used to work with us. Am I right about that? She used to work with the lady that's representing the lady that they've been seeing on the news, Carolyn. She actually used to work with us. Get down to my jurisdiction.
Wow.
Yeah. We're working on a new case now with another family.
Here in the Metroplex?
Yeah.
What was it? A police brutality type stuff?
Yeah. Where these police officers came into this lady and her husband's home, and
I see.
well, no, this is a new one. This one ain't even. We haven't even put this out in the press yet. But they wrongful came into their house. They were looking for the original owner, but the original owner sold it to them back in 2019. So they still said that they had some kind of search warrant.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, they didn't have a search warrant for this family.
Yeah.
And so now
they
now
went
we
in there and were real mean to them and stuff.
yeah. And so we believe now is that their civil rights have been violated.
The what?
We believe that their civil rights have been violated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, because of what the situation, how it happened. Yeah, I have my own TV station too, channel49tv.com.
Okay.
You go online, you can check it out.
Channel 49.
TV, yeah. We'll have some of this on there tonight too.
Okay.
But now, what's getting ready to happen now is as soon as the family's in there right now putting on ankle monitor. Once they put the ankle monitor on this young man, then they're gonna probably come out and do a press on. That's why the press is out here.
So he's going to be out on ankle monitor?
Yeah, he's already bailed out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they got to come here and get him on the monitor.
Okay, so the family's going to take him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's what we're hearing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I figured his bond would be like outrageous, you know?
I thought that too. But they say that this kid is rich and got money, so his family got big money. That's what we're hearing. Nobody else, you and me, we couldn't afford it.
No way.
I know I could.
Almost to $1 million bond.
Look, that's why I said I was nothing wrong. I tried my best. I tried my best not to do nothing wrong.
So he's most likely going to come out here.
Yeah, probably
Maybe.
so. Yeah,
Maybe.
but we don't know if he's going to say nothing. He may be advised by his lawyer not to say nothing.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
I mean, with him being so young,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, it's real sad, man.
Poor kid, he just wasn't thinking, you know, just
No.
acting on emotion.
Yeah, it's one thing when you do it somewhere else, but it's a totally different thing when you do it on the school ground.
Yeah.
And
It ain't like it used to be when people fight and stuff.
Yeah, right. We
Yeah.
were just talking about that, wasn't we? We were just talking about that.
I mean, I went to high school in the 90s, man. We find it out,
Me too.
you know?
Yeah.
Nobody
Well,
really had it.
I went to school in the 80s, the late, from 86 to 89, graduated 89. And,
Where at?
Polytechnic High School.
Okay.
The same school that,
Yeah.
what's her name? What's that famous news lady name? It's a famous news lady. Yeah, but she,
News lady?
yes, a famous news where she got her own
Clarice
talk.
Tinsley.
No, she's got her own talk show. She used to be on NBC.
Okay.
She graduated from Poly High School.
Okay. My
Yeah.
dad graduated from Poly.
It's a lot of
Back in the
famous.
60s.
It's a lot of famous people with
Yeah.
the Poly High School.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
So you went to Poly in what, the 80s?
86
and they
to-
fought it back then, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
There was no shooting.
It wasn't no shooting and stuff. From 86 to 89. But see, back when I went to school there, they actually was whooping people with the pilot. You know, you get
Yeah,
that
they
pilot.
still whip it.
They don't do that no more.
Yeah.
They not allowed to even
Right.
take. Like, I was just working for the school district 4 years ago. You're not allowed to even take that kid's hat off. If that kid got his hat on, the principal tell you you're not allowed to touch that child. You're not allowed to you're not allowed to take their hat off or nothing. Yeah, they real strict on that.
Yeah, back in my day, I got a few licks.
Oh yeah, we all did. We all did.
Yeah.
But it's not like that no more. That's why these kids are getting away with so much. They get away with this
Yeah,
cause of
they
weed.
can tell the teacher what they want to tell them.
Yeah.
They can even touch the teacher if they want to.
And back in, I was just working for the school district 4 years ago. I just left 4 years ago, and when I worked there, they are in elementary level. Them kids are something else in elementary.
Yeah.
They think they 18 and 20, and they talk to you like they grown, and you can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it. So it started in elementary, and it gets worse when they get in middle school and high school. If we even thought about breaking some kind of weapon, my son 15 now. I remember when he was in elementary, the last year of his elementary. First thing he told me, he said, "Dad, I know you fighting over justice." He said, "But Dad, the kids fight about the gun." But he said, "Dad, the kids, they bring knives to school. That's just as worse as bringing a knife to school." And so when my son said that, I said, "You know what? I never thought about that, but you're right." That's what I told him. I said, he was out, because I would always talk about how they be bringing these guns to school. But my son said, "Dad, it's more than just the gun. It's the knife. It's other kinds of stuff they bring to school." He said, "Dad, you don't know." But when he told me that, I was telling him, I said, "I have to think about it. That's something to think about. I mean, anything can be used as a weapon. Anything can." So, but when he told me that made a lot of sense. And I said, "You're right."
Did this school have metal detectors?
No, none of the all the schools got it. Here's the deal: they don't use it. None of the schools, even the school I was working for, they got detectors, but they don't use it. Yeah, because it costs. They're saying it costs a lot more money.
Security there to do all that stuff. Yeah.
But it costs more money. If they stop out a lawsuit against these schools, that's gonna be more money.
Right.
So you might as well keep it safe. That's what I believe.
Yeah, they're gonna put metal detectors up now.
I bet you any amount of money they still won't do it.
They ain't gonna do it.
No. But you think about how many school shootings we don't have, and no metal detector went up yet.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna happen. Yeah, we'll probably be back in a couple more weeks with another school shooting. It don't become. We don't got used to it now. It doesn't even bother us now when we see a school shooting. But see, I took my son out of public school 3 years ago. I took him out and we homeschooled him. He's doing great. He graduates early next year at 16. Yeah, at 16. And because we took our time with him and got him out of, he was telling me, he said, "Dad, I was getting bullied." And so when he told me he was getting bullied, me and my mama said, "Nah, we're going to take him out." And so we took him out and we haven't had no more problems after that. Yeah. So my thing was, this young man should have went ahead and went to homeschool if he was having that kind of problem. But then again, what was the parents saying about it? But did anybody do anything about it? Am I right with that? That's what we have to look at too. Because a lot of kids, when I worked for the school district, kids was getting bullied every day. But you have to, and the school teachers don't do anything about it. The principal don't do anything about it. It was a little girl, black little girl, every day she would get bullied by the same boys. And so they end up separating her, moving her on the other side. Every day she come home, she comes to the cafeteria angry, upset. She don't talk to nobody. So I had to go over there and talk to her and tell her everything's gonna be all right. But the teacher didn't like her. None of the teachers like her. And then you wonder why these kids end up committing suicide and killing themselves because of that. So when you start seeing a problem, you have to rectify the problem now. You can't wait till something bad happens like this. You just can't do it. You have to start working on it now. And if the teacher's not doing nothing and the school district's not doing nothing, you have to take authority and do it yourself, like we did. When my son was getting bullied, I took him out of public school. I said, "Nah, the teachers ain't doing nothing, the principal ain't doing nothing, the school board ain't doing nothing. I'm not gonna sit up here and let my son go back to school with this going on." So when my son started crying to me, he said, "Dad, I'm being bullied, I don't want to go back to school." It was up to me as a parent to do my job and make sure he is safe. Cause nobody's gonna make your child safe like you are.
Yeah.
And stuff. And we gotta just be real. The teachers don't care. The teachers don't care about the
There's got to be
students.
legislation passed.
That too. I agree with them on
That's the
that.
only way to eradicate it.
Yeah. And that makes them.
I mean, when you take matters into your own hands, stuff like this happens. But I mean, a young person that's feeling desperate, they don't know what else to think. You know?
You're right.
They've come to the school many times, and the school didn't do anything.
Right.
So, when it's a young, undeveloped mind, and he's feeling desperate and scared for his life because these guys are bigger,
Exactly.
tougher, and stronger than he is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I understand it because I was once Timothy Separate.
Right.
You know, and it goes unspoken to then.
Yeah.
It's unspoken to now.
And see, I can talk on the level of the school because I used to work for the school district. I worked for a seminary here, elementary, for the Fort Worth ISD, and I was a campus monitor. And I dealt with that every single day. Kids getting bullied every day,
Yeah.
every single day. I did it. So you're right, and the teachers don't do anything about it.
They don't.
The
They don't
teachers
care.
don't. The principal don't.
And too many foolish people in our community will say, "Well, you need to get tougher," you know, and
Yeah,
fight back.
but
that's
when they
not
do get
always an
tough,
option.
but look, when they do get tougher, they get prosecuted for it.
They get prosecuted.
Right,
You know?
and you never know what was going on for this young man to do what he did. You never know what was going on. And the question we should be asking him: What did he do? Did he go to the principal? Did he go to his firm?
And his parents went to the school several times.
Right.
And
So
complained about it because the boy been getting robbed and beat up for
I've seen that
for months now.
Yeah,
you know
I've
what I
seen
mean?
that. Yeah.
And it goes unspoken to.
Yeah.
They don't care, man.
No, they don't.
Until something like this happened, and then the only thing they want to focus on is what he did.
And
they
here's
don't want to talk about.
And
what
here's the
they
sad
up to.
part about it. Only reason it's making news because it's on the school ground. But let's say if it wasn't on the school ground, we wouldn't be out here right now. None of us will, because it wouldn't be a big
Just
deal.
another killing in the hood.
Thank you. That's exactly what we say. But the reason it's a big deal, it went nationwide because it was on the school ground. And they want to make it as a mass shooting, but at the end of the day, the young man know who. No, it wasn't no mass shooting. He knows exactly who he was going after. So you're right about that.
But the only thing that's going to stop this legislation, man.
Yeah. And
You got to make it a crime.
Yeah,
you got to
you
make
do.
school bullying a crime.
Yes, you do.
Punishment.
And you know, I'm just telling him, my son 15. I took him out of public school 3 years ago. Me and my mama both did. And so right now he's going to homeschool. We teach at homeschool. He's going to be graduating next year at 16 years old next year from Madison High, but online. The biggest thing, when my son started coming to me crying and said, "Dad, I'm scared for my life," I didn't have a choice. But when I went out there to talk to the principal, they wouldn't do nothing. When I talked to the school board, they wouldn't do nothing. I said, "You know what?" I said, "No, I'm taking my son out of school. I'll be damned if I'm going to have my son trying to commit suicide or do anything like that, because that's the number one thing that let's don't even talk about the school shooting, because if they give where they at, they'll still commit suicide. That's the number one thing.
On the news all the time, some people committing suicide just to escape the bullying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I took my son out. I said, "No, I'm not letting my son be a part of this." And he been, "Okay, well, your kids need to go here." I said, "No, my son okay right where he at. My son okay. He ain't in no trouble. He ain't getting no trouble." And that's another thing, that a lot of the kids that get bullied, they are scared to say anything, because they know if they say anything,
they're gonna get beat up some more.
Yeah, and they're gonna get in trouble with the school.
Yeah.
They're gonna get in trouble with the school. So it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't.
Yeah.
And even if he wouldn't have done nothing, they would have done something probably bad to him. You just don't know. Now,
It's something that's done in black and white.
right. And really, to be honest with you, is that gonna solve it? Even if it's black and white, is that gonna? Is it?
Well, it would cut down some.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
We don't got so used to school shootings now. It don't even bother us no more. When we see a school shooting now, what's the first thing we say? Oh, there go another school shooting.
Yeah, another school shooting.
Yeah, and it's sad to have that many school shootings happening here in Fort Worth.
My question is also, I seen online where they were investigating the so-called fight, which wasn't a fight.
Right.
It was just one little boy getting beat up and tossed around like a rag doll.
Right.
So, what's going to be done about that?
Nothing. I can almost guarantee ain't nothing gonna happen with that. We're gonna continue to, and I promise you, this is not gonna be the only shooting. We're gonna see more shootings like this.
Unfortunately, it'll happen again.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
And the outcome may be a lot worse. At least nobody lost their life.
3 weeks ago, there was another school threat in Arlington at a high school. 3 weeks ago. Yeah. 3 weeks ago. So it's been happening every other week where there's been a school threat or school shooting happening in Arlington, Texas. This ain't the first one.
It won't be the last.
Oh, no, it's not going to be the last. Then they had one happen there. You remember what happened? No. But I think that's the family right there. Hey, Carl. Yeah, good to see you too.
Against so many other youngsters. Speak to me about it.
Actually, the family does not have a statement made at this time. We will make work on it with the statement later. However, this is an active so the family does not have a statement to make at this moment.
Ms. Kim, can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
The family does not have a statement to make at this moment. However, they do request they will respect their privacy. From my understanding, there are cameras and media at and so there's concerns for the family's safety as well
Is that what he was trying to do in that school with 17 children?
Of course, there were obviously what happened yesterday was very sad. I believe that it being portrayed as a standard issue, this shooting is simply a media issue and not a legal issue. There are different shootings that have already processed. They are tragic, also tragic. However, in this situation, this is not someone who is out to go and shoot up school and just make their mind, you know, hey, I'm upset and I'm just going to shoot anyone I see. That was not the situation. So I request that the media right here.
Kim, what's next for Timothy?
Yes, to continue. So I believe that's what the and also he's still a student. So
It's not our narrative. The affidavit, the arrest affidavit suggests that he shot 3 people by bringing a gun to school. So I just want to get
Understandable, but however, you're aware there's this distinction between a mass shooting and a school shooting. These are people who are out to shoot multiple people, and that's not.
Well, it's because other people were hurt. Does that make sense? Like, a teacher was hurt. So you're saying the narrative needs to change?
Absolutely.
Right now they're getting ready to leave.
Did anybody speak to them? Like, what kind of point?
As you can see, they're getting ready to As you can see, they're getting ready. We're gonna go where they at. Hopefully we'll be able to. Yeah, so this is pretty big.
Yeah, I just 6 on.
Oh, did you? So what just happened? We just seen the family with the press conference.
We just seen an assessment. We just seen someone get out. We just seen a young man get out on his on a bond.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spoke with Steve Pickett for about 20 minutes as we were just sitting there talking, conversing. And Sean Rabb just shook my hand. Then.
So what's next? I mean, from what you were seeing, what's next? What do you think is next?
Well, you just got to go through the court preliminary procedures and the court process.
Mm-hmm.
This young man has been released on bond, and I think that he, they won't suggest to him to start writing letters to the family.
Oh, so they are already talking about that?
They won't.
Oh,
they probably won't even tell him to. But I would think it would be a good idea for him to address his
let's stay right here.
Concerns and condolences to those families that were affected by this particular tragedy, because they had nothing to do with what transpired in his immediate actions. He may receive probation. He may receive he's going to receive some type of reprimand. Right. It could be an adjudicated probation. It could be a house arrest. It could be some type of, maybe a felony. Right. Could be a high misdemeanor. Who knows? But these tragedies now, I believe, especially in the state of Texas, there's been 3, and I think this is the 4th one. I believe that it's going to be a mark. Mm-hmm. This is going to be, because this is a young African American, Native American male. We'll see what really transpires from this, but who knows? Right.
Let's see, can we get across the street while we're waiting on it?
Hold on. Okay.
Oh yeah. Everything you're saying, you make a good point when you say that. And I'm glad we was able to be part of this today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am as well.
Let people know what's going on. And,
I am as well.
And don't you agree, Channel 49 be everywhere now?
Channel 49, and I want to say,
hey, I'll tell you what. We're gonna the badge. Let's do that in the morning. But what do you want to say? Channel 49 is everywhere.
Channel 49 is showing us. Channel 49 and United by Justice. We're showing our moral support for not only for the victims, but for both sides.
Right.
For so-called perpetrators as well.
Right.
They were all young people, but it's just time for us to come to a point where.
Did you see them?
We have to.
Did you see them?
Manage our differences.
Right. Did you see them?
I don't see them.
Okay. We gotta find Cooler. Make sure. Okay, we're down here at the what we at? Sarah County Jail.
Let me hit him on my walkie-talkie.
Okay, he's gonna hit him. This is live TV, y'all. This is live TV. This is live TV, you guys. You never know what's gonna happen. Let's go down here. They're walking down to make sure everybody's safe. That's what they're doing right now.
Which station is that?
I don't know. Somebody just said down there.
No, that's me.
Oh no, that was a lady. Hello? Somebody saying something on you right now?
No, that was me.
Hello?
I clicked this thing. That was me. I clicked this. I don't know what station we are.
Oh, I don't either.
Hello?
I think you're on the right one. I think 3.
I'm trying to turn it up. I think they said they went around.
Oh, mine ain't even on.
7, 5, 4,
It's 3.
3,
Yeah.